Hello, guys. This is Shar. I'm back here to talk about Destiny Payton and her messy mental Mondays. Okay, that's what I'm calling it. I do not watch the messy Mondays. I get the sound bites from other people. Yup, I do, because I can't stomach it. I cannot watch it. It's boring for one. Two, this lady Dion, she gonna have to show her paperwork. She gonna have to show the receipts that she is an actual therapist, because I do not believe it. And it don't matter if she's gotten it on line or whatever. I mean, psychology, you just taking a load of psychology classes, you know, psychology, intro to psychology, what is it, abnormal behavior psychology, and about 20 more psychology classes. Ain't nothing but psychology, few sociology classes. I mean, it's not much. It's not hard. So, and I say that to say, even a school that's not all that credited can probably have some classes with some good content in it from, certain books or whatever, But she calls herself a life coach. So I don't know if that means she's truly not a licensed clinical therapist. And so that's why she just calls it a life coach. Or maybe she says she's a life coach because she's not really providing therapy to Destiny. It's more of just like talking about whatever. But if this is what they're talking about, she's not even Destiny's life coach, because how are you coaching her on life with the best choices and the most healthiest way to live your life? They ain't even talking about stuff like that. They really just talking about the show. They review the show just like any content creator that reviews Love and Marriage Huntsville. That's all they doing. So basically, they need to take that life coach-ish out of it, because you're not a life coach to her. I don't know what you are to her besides her YouTube partner in reviewing the show. Anywho, these two sat down yet again on a Monday discussing the show. Jumping right into it, because I'm only going to talk about 2 points. The fact that Destiny mentioned that she had no clue that Martel was showing up at the restaurant between her and Tisha, because the woman asked her, how did Martel know? Or did you tell Martel? I think she asked her, how did Martel know that you guys were going to the restaurant? And she said she has no clue. She said, well, when did you find out? She said, at that very moment. Meaning, like, when they were actually sitting there eating, that's when she knew Martel was coming, when she saw him walking through the door. It's like, girl, do you ever stop lying? Do you ever stop fibbing? Do you ever stop fibbing? And I want you guys to drop down in the comments why you think I feel that this chick is lying about not knowing that he was coming to the brunch. It was something that she said after Tisha left. Do you all know what it is or what I'm thinking? Drop it down in the comments. The one thing that she said that almost proves to me that she knew that he was coming. Do y'all know what that is? Are y'all in agreement with me? What's your thoughts? Because to me, the fact that she told Martel after Tisha got up and left in mid-chew, that it's unfortunate that she couldn't sit here and hear you out and accept your apology. It's unfortunate. Now I'm paraphrasing. She didn't say those exact words. I can't remember exactly what the heifer said. Okay? But something to that effect. Now, does that sound like a person who had no clue that person was coming? Hell no. Because if she truly did not know Martel was coming, she would have been like, what are you doing here? With that type of tone. she would have been like, what you doing here? How you know I was here? Who told you I was here? Something to that effect. Do y'all agree? Or is it just me? Because if it was me and I didn't know somebody was coming, I would have been like, what you doing here? Who told you I was here? Now, unless he got like some type of Apple air tag on her car, or, you know what I'm saying? Or, it almost seems like she's trying to imply that production set it up. And production told him where they was at and go on down to that restaurant. That's what it's seeming like to me that she's trying to imply. But let's hear her. Let's hear the discussion between Dion, the therapist, the life coach, or whatever the hell she is, and Destiny.
Let's get straight to it. While we were sitting there. Did you share your location with Martell? I did not. Man. So I wonder how he magically found out that you were there. I cannot. There are things that make sense. If you didn't share your location, then there are other things that make sense, right? About how he got the location. We'll leave that for you all. You all are some thinkers. We'll leave that for you all to figure out. We'll leave it to your imagination. So let's just, now that we're clear on that, now that we're clear that you didn't invite him to that brunch between you and Tisha, and you didn't share your location, I think we can do some deductive reasoning and we can figure out how he got there. I think it's safe to say we can do the math on that. We can track on that. So let me ask you some other questions. What was it like? What was happening for you when you watched him walk in?
I don't know. Like, I almost felt stuck a little bit because you know what they say, like when you're OGs in the game, like certain things just don't happen because, like newbies get put in scenes with people that they don't know. They might show up and but never have I sat and had a scene and then that happened. Yeah. So it was triggering for sure.
Yeah. And
so you heard her. She's almost implying that production set it up, basically. And I know production didn't set it up based on what she said to Martell when Tisha walked out. She said it's unfortunate that she wasn't ready to receive your apology or something to that effect. It was not, what? You here? What you doing here? Like, oh man, I know they didn't. Or, something to indicate like she had nothing to do with it, knew nothing about it. But yet the light came on like, oh, okay, you know what? Production must have set this up or they must have did this. That's why he's coming through the door like this. That's why he knows where we are. You know what I mean? It did not give. She had no clue. You guys drop down in the comments and tell me, did it sound like she knew that he was coming? Or did it sound like she had no clue? And what would you say if you put yourself in the same scenario and the chick walk out and you had no clue that the man was going to come? Wouldn't you be like, what you doing here? How you know I was here? You know what I mean? With a semi-frown on your face, like, what you doing here? You know what I'm saying? She did not look like that. She was more in awe that Tisha actually got up and left and walked out. She was looking like, oh, okay. Wow. That's how she was looking. This girl cannot tell the truth to save her life. And if she telling the truth, then you know what? Oh, well, because she lies so much, we don't know what's the truth and what's not. And that's what happens when you lie a lot. People never believe you. because people don't know what the hell to believe. And they will just assume, think everything you say is a lie. And that's pretty much where we are with Destiny. At least for me. That's pretty much where I'm at with Destiny. You just don't know what to believe with her. You just don't. So, later on in this live, because again, I don't watch it. I can't stomach it. It's too damn boring. This chick is not a life coach. I'm not sure what she's coaching Destiny on. Seemed like she just reviewed the show. You just sit there and review the show with Destiny. You're not life coaching. You're not providing any therapy. You're not giving any advice that's, meaningful to her, that will help her in her damn life. So, yeah. Regardless of what school she went to or didn't go to, she's not providing any, life coaching skills or any of that stuff. She just sit there and review and talk about the damn show just like any YouTuber that goes over Love and Marriage Huntsville. So that's just that on that. But this heifer went on to say that Martell. Oh, and a little sidebar from that. When the therapist lady or the Dion chick was basically indicating that, Destiny knew about Martell coming and actually asking her about it, she didn't get mad this time. Destiny didn't. You know what I'm saying? She didn't stare her down. She didn't give her a stonewall stare like she wanted to beat her down like she did on the last Messy Monday, okay? So obviously they must have had a little talk after the lives. They must have hit each other up. Somebody called each other after the fact and was like, hey. And it was probably the Dion chick, because she be drowning on this damn little Messy Monday, messing around with Destiny, because Destiny is nutsy cuckoo, just like Martell. That's why they get along so well. She be drowning because Destiny don't be holding them up with this chick. So the chick probably called her and was like, hey, you know what? Now look, when we talking about the show and, I'm not necessarily agreeing with you and this and that, you can't have an attitude or you can't act like you get mad with me. It's just not a good look for us doing the lives and this and that and da-da-da-da. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not meaning anything by it. I'm not trying to attack you, blah, 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 blah. Something happened because this time she was the complete opposite. She was a little giddy. She was giving her some little smiles. And when the lady was like, let's get right to it. And Destiny was like, I don't know how you knew that I was there, basically. And she was like, well, you know what? We're going to leave it to the imagination. And, she was basically saying that we're going to let the people who's listening in and tuning in to this live just think what they want to think as to how Martell knew he was coming to the restaurant. How Martell found out about them being at the restaurant. She was basically saying, you guys, we'll leave it to your imagination. And it's like, ugh. And Destiny was like, had a little smile, a little smirk on her face. And she was like, I cannot with you, with the little smirk on her face. So it's the complete opposite from the last one. So somebody had to talk with somebody, right? For sure. But anyway, moving on. I thought that was a little side note that needed to be noted because, yeah. Somebody had a little talk. But anyway, moving on. This heifer went on to say that, she knows a softer side, if you will, to Martell. A different side. Not so much as a softer side, but a different side of Martell. She pretty much insinuated, and so did the chick, the therapist lady. She tried to insinuate that Destiny knows Martell in a different way from the rest of us. We see him as this, and Destiny sees him as that. and he's a protector of hers of some sort. He helped her out. He got her up out of a bad situation. He took her to the police and or took her to get a pow pow or help her with this pow pow. It's like, what? Now, to me, it sounds like she's insinuating because the therapist didn't put it out there. Because I believe if she had to really put it out there, because obviously Destiny doesn't want it out there. I think she is sworn to secrecy by her ex because she had to sign an NDA. Because that's who I think she was talking about, right? But, if she had said it, Destiny probably would have been at her door really ready to whoop her A. But, she was implying like Destiny knew Martell in a different way because, when this bad traumatic thing happened to her, she spoke with him. I don't know who called who, but she spoke with him and he was concerned for her and he wanted to help her. So he picked her up. He got her up out of this situation. That was a situation. I think she said we went to the police station. I think. Maybe not. Maybe not on that. I'm not sure. But definitely took her to get a pow pow or buy a pow pow. And was it a gun range too? I sat up there and said pow pow and still said the word. But no. I'm not sure about the gun the range. But yeah, definitely I think took her to get one, I think. Like I said, I don't watch them, so, it's choppy. It's choppy, guys. It's choppy. Because I don't watch it. I can't stomach it. It's too boring. It's too stupid. They don't do nothing but talk about the show. And it's like, I'll go listen to just about anybody talking about the show before I listen to this lady in Destiny, right? Not me. Not today. Not any day. But anywho, some people think that she was referring to AL, that YouTuber AL, because, I guess her and AL came, met each other somehow or came in front of each other. I think it had something to do with the open house, and AL was also at some other event, I believe. And she was a little afraid for her safety, so she said. And I don't know which is which. I don't know who she's actually referring to. Because I do know that actually happened. But before that incident happened, I believe Destiny had already been trying to kind of insinuate that she had endured some DV in her marriage. Right or wrong? I mean, did you guys hear that? Is it just me? Or what? So yeah, I'm not even sure which incident, which thing she's referring to. Because lightweight, I don't even think that actually happened with her ex, but with her ex-husband. But it could have. Maybe this is why he is legally sworn her to secrecy. Legally. Maybe. Because he damn sure made her sign an NDA, and maybe that's why. So I don't know. But just because him and the woman got into a physical altercation one time, and I don't know how many times it was because I don't even know if it happened or not, allegedly. Just because they got into some type of physical altercation one time, does that cause him to be considered a abuser? I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know. But, I'm just thinking about a man and how he actually was in love with the woman. I would imagine he actually married her. Most men don't get married if they're not in love with the woman. You know what I mean? She didn't have the money. He did. So it's not like he had to marry her for money. You get what I'm saying? So I'm assuming that if he married her, he loved her. Okay? He actually went to therapy with her because it was her idea to start doing therapy or whatever. And so, to me, it seems like he was accommodating or whatever. So, he was trying to make it work from what it looked like. But hey, I don't know their marriage. They was never really that vocal on the show. No sooner they came on, they went right off. You know what I mean? As far as a couple. So we don't really know the ins and outs of their marriage. But it didn't seem like he was abusive to me. It just didn't. But, those guys, they are very cunning and charismatic and mild-mannered and everything to the public and be a trip, behind closed doors. We know this. But, yeah. I'll just say this. Any man gonna be pissed when or if they find out their wife was sleeping around with some other guy and the ink ain't even dry on the marriage license yet. You know what I mean? This may have pushed him to maybe rough her up a little bit. I don't know. I'm not an advocate of it, but I'm just being real. He could have really got that mad to do that. Who knows? Anyway, y'all, I don't want to make this video long, but she basically says she knows Martell in a different way because he basically Captain Save-A-Hold her and helped her out in a bad situation. Bad situation. It's like, Destiny, girl, we can't believe nothing you say. I know I don't. What do you guys think? Drop down in comments. Tell me what you think. Do you believe that she's talking about AL or her husband? Do you believe that Destiny sees Martell in this different way as a protector, a close friend? Could this be a reason why she actually wanted to give him some? If she actually gave him some, allegedly? Because he protected her? He saved her out of a bad situation? Anyway, y'all. Drop down in the comments. I do talk back. Like the video. Subscribe. Please hit your notifications. And until next time, ciao.